Hey, last but not least, this next gentleman I'd like to bring to the stage. He's one of my favorite guys. It's so much a pleasure every time we see him in here. I know you're going to enjoy him. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Joe Laspro. Let him know. Joe!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the old bastard that these young bastards are talking about. I can't see, I can't hear, and I can't remember shit. In fact, I'd probably go to sleep right here on the stage if those lights weren't glaring at me. Every morning I get up, I have to decide whether I'm going to use boxers or briefs. Depends. But, you know, I think some of these old bastards don't realize how old they are. Did you hear about that guy who biked across all of Michigan? Mm-hmm. All of Michigan. And that was on a tricycle. Yeah, he would have gone right through Ohio, but Michigan guys, that's enemy territory. Yeah. Anyway. You know, will someone please tell me why these young bastards are always beeping at me and sticking the finger up at me and so on? I mean, how fast do they want me to drive when I can't see? But you know, you have young bastards, you have old bastards. If you take away young and old, we're all bastards. Let me tell you something about this old bastard. You know, I grew up in Lower Manhattan in an Italian neighborhood. All my friends' names ended with Y. Tommy, Tony, Joey, Louie, and Rocky. Hey, maybe that's why they called them the wise guys. I tell you, the Italian neighborhood was very, very safe. You know why? I had two godfathers that were raised in that neighborhood. Yeah, they saved my life. They didn't kill me. You know, then I went on and I married an ex-nun. I had to get rid of her. She had bad habits. What do you want me to do? Marry her when she was in the convent? Yeah, after that. So, and then I went on, I became a professor actually, and I studied, my undergraduate work, I studied all the sex pills. Viagra, Cialis, and all that. And I graduated, summa cum laude. But you know, then I learned something a lot about sex. For example, that religion and science sometimes don't work together. For example, as I was getting older, you know, I developed some prostate problems. So I went to the doctor, and he suggested masturbation. I said, "Doctor, I can't choke the chicken. I'm Catholic. I want to go to heaven." He says, "Don't worry, I'll give you a prescription." So that night I went to bed, and I had this dream. I went up, and there was St. Peter, and he said, "Joe," he said, "we can't have you in here. You massage the banana too much." And I said, "Well," I said, "I have a prescription." And he looked down and he said, "We don't take prescriptions from Jewish doctors." So I went to the Jewish heaven, and the rabbi there says, "You can beat the meat, you can come in here." And as I was walking in, he said, "Wait a minute." He said, "How much money do you have?" I said, "About $100. He said, "Go to hell." Well, then I tried a Muslim heaven, all right? And, you know, Muhammad said, "You know, we have too many virgins in here. We don't care about chickens, meats, and all that stuff." He says, "We need dick." And so, you know, I had a lot of problems sexually, no question about it. But I'm wondering if I were like Donald Trump, you know, and he's married to this beautiful woman, would I have had those problems? You know, but I'm not Donald Trump. And, you know, although he's a billionaire, he has a lot of caring for the little people. Let me give you an example. You know, he's riding home in his limousine. He sees two people eating grass, tells his driver to stop here. He asked the man who was eating the grass, he said, what are you doing? He said, we're eating grass. He says, why are you eating grass? He says, we're very poor, so we don't have money for food. He said, you're going to come to my house. All right. He said, but I have a wife and two kids. He said, bring her along too. Get in the limousine. And he told the other guy, he said, you too, you join them. But he said, I have a wife and two children. Don't worry about it. So you join them too. So they all jump in the limousine. Of course, it was crowded in there. And the poor man turned to Trump and says, geez, I want to thank you so much for taking us to your house. Oh, he said, you're going to love my place. The grass is about 1.5 feet high.